Okay. All right, so finding ourselves in our chair. My chair is off today for some, oh, it's because it's back here. So finding ourselves in our chairs. We want to be in the center of our chair or maybe towards the front of your chair. We just don't want to be against the back of the chair because we want to work our core, warm up with our core. And just planting our feet on the floor, sitting ourselves up nice and tall. And beginning to quiet everything, beginning to center everything. Maybe you're rocking a little bit from side to side, or maybe a little bit from front to back. I know we do torso circles on the floor. Maybe let's do a little bit of torso circle in the chair. And that is very helpful to stay at the front edge of your chair or the center of your chair so that you can get a full circle in. So maybe if you torso circles into the chair, that actually feels really good. And let's go ahead and circle that the other way. Good. Nice torso circles. And we've got our hands on our thighs. Go ahead and place your fingers in towards one another. So the hands are facing inwards. And we're going to do kind of a baby cat and cow here. So let's go ahead and round that spine, take our chin towards our chest, rounding that. And then we're going to go ahead and open that. And you kind of want to keep your wrists and your hands in place. Go ahead and round that spine and then open that chest. And let's round that spine. So it's that cat and then open into that cow. And then round back into that cat and open that up. And then round and open that up. Good. Just a nice spinal flexion and rotation to begin with. So now let's begin to roll our shoulders back. So let's go and roll those shoulders out, rolling that back. And then let's go ahead and roll that forward. And roll that back. And roll that forward. And again, rolling that back. And roll that forward. Good, let's get a nice shrug. So shrug, shoulders up towards the ears. And then release that down. And again, shrug that up. And release that down. And one more time, shrug that up. And then release that down. Good, shake out those arms. Let's do a few sun breaths here. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And then exhale that out. And inhale it up. And exhale it out. And inhale it up. This time as we exhale, you either want to grab the chair behind you, like this, on the back of the chair, or if your shoulders are warm enough, you can clasp your hands together. So wherever your mobility or flexibility is going to let you. So you can be holding the back of the seat of the chair, or you can be holding those wrists, or your feet clasping your fingers together. So we're beginning to open up that chest. And now there's a little bit of that arch in the back like we felt when we were doing the cat and cow. Good, sitting that up tall. Let's go ahead and turn our head, looking to the right, thinking about that chin going over towards that shoulder. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale that out. Good. Bring that head back to center and turn that to the left. Same thing, thinking about the chin going towards the shoulder. Take a deep breath here and exhale that out. And if your hands start to go to sleep, that's okay. Go ahead and unclasp that, shake that out. Good. Inhale it up. And exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale up. And let's take those arms behind us again. So either reaching for the back of the chair or clasping those hands behind you, opening that up. And maybe you're able to open up a little bit more. This time, let's look to the left and now look to the right. Back to center, drop our chin to chest. eyes to sky. Head back to center, look to the left, look to the right. Head to center, drop that chin to chest, and eyes to sky. And then you can release those arms, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up, and exhale it out. And you can relax those arms for a moment. Let's drop our chin back to chest. And then right ear is gonna go, right ear is gonna go to right shoulder, chin back to chest, and left ear to left shoulder. So some nice half neck circles here. And taking that as slow as feels good for you. So if you need to go, you can go as slow as you need to in these half neck circles. And feeling all the articulation there of the neck muscles, those shoulders. Good, drop that chin back to chest, lift that head up to center, roll our shoulders back, roll those shoulders forward, deep inhale up, and exhale that out. Again, inhale and sweep this up. This time as we exhale, let's take our left hand to the outside of our right thigh. Let's take that right hand either to the top of the back of your chair, or you can go the seat of the back of your chair, or the side of your chair. Again, wherever your mobility and flexibility is going to let you go. That's why I love using props like the chair and blocks and the strap and other chairs and pillows, because they can help you with the mobility. If your mobility is stuck, or if you're having some flexibility issues, you can always use that to move yourself, make yourself a little more pliable. Let's inhale it deeply here and exhale it out. One more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. As we exhale, let's drop our right hand to the outside of our left thigh. Let's take that left hand either to the seat of the chair or top of the chair, wherever that works for you. But if you had it at the top of your seat of your chair on the other side, you want to do the same thing on this side. So we're trying to equal out, balance out each side of the body. So we want to make sure that we stretch the same. Breathing that. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Wonderful. Good. Bring ourselves back to center. Inhale and sweep this up and exhale that out. And again, inhale and sweep this up and exhale it out. This time we're going to keep our arms at the top. Inhale and sweep this up, clasp our hands, exhale, press our palms towards the ceiling. Lengthen up through your torso and lengthen up through your arms. So making space in the rib cage, in the torso, lengthening up through that, and we're going to add in that sigh breath. So let's inhale deeply here and exhale, big sigh out. 2 more times. Inhale it deeply and exhale, big sigh out. 1 more time. Inhale it deeply and exhale, big sigh out. Good. Let's bring the arms out in front of us. Very nice. Stop hands, rotate wrists, and then rotate the other way. Good. Stop hands again. Point our fingers down, point those fingers up, point those fingers down, and point those fingers up. Pointing our fingers down and pointing that up, and point that down and point that up. Good. Let's open those arms out so we see our arms in our peripheral. We don't want them way out here where we can't see them. We want it out so we see it out of the sides of our eyes. Take our palms up, make some fists, roll those knuckles in, and then an exaggerated bicep curl. And let's do seated cat and cow again, only this time we get to get a little bit bigger with our spine flexion. So let's go ahead and open this up, and then we're going to round that. Let's add that breath. Inhale and open. Exhale and round. 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 Bring this back to neutral. Nice long spine. Lengthen out through those arms and palms pressing down. Good. Roll our shoulders back and roll that forward. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale that out. And again, nice deep inhale up. And exhale that out. Good. Let's go into our sun salutations, our seated sun salutations. So if you're using blocks, placing your blocks where you want them for support. And let's go ahead, inhale and sweep ourselves up, our arms up. Let's dive it down and over, belly resting on the thighs. If you've got some back issues and you want a pillow or a blanket between your thigh and belly and chest, feel free to use that. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen through our spine right here. So long arms, long spine, hands on blocks, lengthening right here. And then exhale, release it into that forward fold. Good. Inhale and lengthen again. Exhale and release. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. Exhale as you're holding. Let's go ahead and take that right hand, press it into the block, or if you've got that hand on the floor or on your shin, so pressing that, finding that stability, and let's go ahead and open up our left arm. So opening up that into a spinal twist, breathing it here. Good, go ahead and release and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Good. Let's take that hand, left hand, either press again on the block, on the floor, on your shin, and let's spinal twist open to the right. So your shoulder mobility, back mobility, you may not be able to lift that arm very high. That's okay. If you want to, if you need to, well, I should have said it on the, we'll do it the next time. So we're just doing this right here like this, just to kind of keep, I can see out the window here, the moon is out. Go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Long spine, long arms. All right, taking our right hand again, either into the floor, into your shin, or into the block, and lifting that open. And I should have said this last time, if you're not having some mobility, or if you are having mobility issues in your shoulder, you can have your hand on your rib cage, but make sure to do it the same on both sides, because we don't want to be unbalanced in the strength of the shoulder, of the arms. And that's what this is doing. These movements, these poses, the breathing with the holding, the isometric hold, even though you're like, well, I'm just holding, this is still building strength because you're having to hold. Good. Release and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. And let's move to the other side. So let's take our left hand, pressing our left hand and opening that right. And again, if you use that lowest rib on the other side, go ahead and use that low rib on this side. And breathe. And then release that. Good. And relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. As we've got our hands to heart, let's sit ourselves up even taller here. So think about that spine lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. So lifting up super tall. Let's inhale it deeply. As we exhale, we're going to hinge at those hips and do a seated spinal twist again to the side. This time we're going to stretch through that shoulder even more. So we've got that right elbow or right tricep trying to get over to that left thigh. Seated spinal twist and breathe. Good. Bring ourselves back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Sit ourselves up tall, even taller here. So super tall. Good. Inhale deeply. As we exhale, let's hinge this and twist it to the right. So thinking about that left elbow, left tricep, trying to get over to that right thigh. And I'm pressing my palms together. That little extra leverage, that little extra press can help with stretch that, stretch your shoulder, left shoulder, even more. And breathe. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, and you can release that down. Shake that out. Roll those shoulders back. Roll those shoulders forward. And you can move your blocks a little bit off to the side because now we're going to get into those legs. So we're still at the center of our chair, slightly forward. We don't want to be using the back of the chair. And this is going to be hard because we're going to go into our staff pose, our most difficult pose, one of our most difficult poses. And we're going to lengthen through our legs, not using the back of the chair, flexing through our feet, reaching up through our arms. It's very difficult pose here. Now, if you need to do one-legged, then go ahead and feel free to do that. Just remember which leg you're using, because then you're going to have to do the other leg. All right, so we've got our nice staff pose, 3 breaths here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good, release our arms down. Still not against the back of the chair. Feet are flexed. Let's go ahead and do a hamstring curl and a leg extension. Let's go for 8. So we're going to curl this in, keep our feet super duper flexed so they're not touching the floor, and then extend. There's 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Curl this in and extend. There's 4. Curl this in and extend. There's 3. Curl this in and extend. That's 2. Curl this in. We're going to hold this next extension on our last one and hold. Good. Point those toes and flex those feet. Point those toes, flex those feet. Point those toes, flex the feet. Point the toes and flex the feet. Good. We can release our left leg. Keep that right leg lifted. Scoot ourselves forward. Keeping that leg lifted. Scooting ourselves forward. I'm almost at the very edge of my chair. I am at the very edge of my chair. And lengthen here because I don't want to be touching the back of my chair because I want to be doing this boat pose, this hollowing out, and it's a core workout right here. So we're lengthening through that. Let's breathe it. 2 deep breaths. Inhale it deeply. and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Release the arms and you can release that leg. We're still on the very edge of that chair. Let's lengthen through our left leg. We're going to take our right ankle or our right foot and place it right on our shin and hinge ourselves forward. Hopefully your chair is on a surface where it's not moving when you're doing this, because you might have to scoot yourself back if your chair does start to move. But yeah, hinging forward right here. It's our first little piriformis or figure 4 for that hip flexor. Good. And then bring ourselves up, and we're going to bring ourselves all the way to the back of that chair and bring that right leg in. And you can go ahead and give that right leg a nice big hug. So hugging that into the chest, that feels very good. Let's go ahead and wrap that left arm around our right leg and let's twist it to the right. And let's breathe here. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. And another deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Let's go ahead and twist it to the other side. Twist it to the inside. Good. And bring that back to center. Give that a nice big hug again. Very nice. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh, and sit ourselves up nice and tall and find our hinge. So let's find that hinge where you're going to be able to hinge before those shoulders start to round, because we want to keep the stretch in the front of the body into that hip flexor. We're trying not to get it into the back or into the shoulders. So that's why I'm leading with my chest, and I'm trying to make sure that my shoulders stay down and away from my ears. Good. And then we're going to add in that breath and that movement to help open the hip flexor up a little bit more. So let's sit it up nice and tall against the back of the chair. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall. Exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall. Exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall. Exhale, hinge. One more time. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Good. And then bring that back to center. Let's take it into half shoelace. So that means let's take our heel to the corner of the chair. So we're crossing over. Let's again wrap that left arm around that right leg. And we get a even deeper stretch here for that hip. And we get more of an IT band stretch here for that outer thigh. Woo-wee. Haha, that feels good. If you're a walker or a runner or a bike rider, that IT band, for sure. You can feel that. Let's breathe here, inhaling and exhaling, using that breath to smooth things out, to smooth everything out. Good. Let's bring this back to center and twist it to the other side. And then bring that back to center. Give yourself a nice big hug again, and let's go ahead and release that leg. Shake that out, and we're going to take ourselves away from the back of the chair because we're going to go back into that staff pose. If you did one-legged staff pose, you're going to do the other leg now. If you did both, you're going to do both again. So let's lengthen up through those legs, flex through our feet, reach up through our arms, and let's go 3 breaths here. Inhale it deeply, and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply, and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply, and exhale it out. Good. Release those arms down. Very nice. All right. Hamstring curl, leg extension. Let's go for 8. So curl this in and extend. There's 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Curl this in and extend. There's 4. Curl this in and extend. There's 3, curl this in and extend. That's 2, curl this in. We're gonna hold this next one and extend. Good, point those toes, flex those feet. Point those toes, flex those feet. Point those toes, flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. Good, you can release that right leg, scoot ourselves forward and lengthen back into that boat. So we're doing the boat on the other side now with that left leg lifted. And let's breathe it here, 2 deep breaths. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. You can release that. Let's lengthen through our right leg. Take our left ankle or foot onto that right shin and hinge this forward. And you're on the very front of your chair, hinging that. Breathing, stretching into that. Good. And then let's release that. Very nice. Let's scoot ourselves back and go ahead and grab that left leg and can sit up against the back of the chair and give yourself a nice big hug. So hugging that left leg into the torso, into the chest, into the belly. Give that a big hug. Let's take that right arm, wrap it around the left. Ooh, and let's twist that. That feels good. And breathe. And then twisting the other way. So twist it to the right. And let's bring this back to center. Good. All right, piriformis, here we come. Let's take that ankle to the thigh, sit ourselves up nice and tall, and let's go ahead and hinge this. So we're trying to find where our hinge is at on this side before those shoulders start to round. We want it all, we want that full stretch all right there into that hip flexor. We don't want anything going on in the low back. We don't want anything going on in the shoulders. This is like concentrated. And breathe. We're going to add in that movement and that breath in just one moment. All right, so sitting ourselves up nice and tall against the back of the chair. Let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale, lead with that chest, hinge this forward. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. One more time. Inhale it up nice and tall. And exhale, hinge. Good. Woo. And then we can release that. Let's take that foot to the corner of the chair. And let's wrap our right arm back around that left leg. And we're getting that IT band, a little bit different stretch in that outer hip, outer thigh. Yeah, feeling that. And let's breathe it here. And exhale it out. And a nice deep inhale. And big exhale out. Good, let's twist it towards the inside. So twisting it the other way. Very nice. And bring that back to center. Good, shake that out. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and go with our seated crescent. So we're gonna move ourselves over to the left side of our chair. Our right leg is gonna have to set that seat. Our left leg is gonna come behind us. And we're going to, so normally when we would do a crescent, this is a crescent. So we've got that back heel lifted. Now we get to use the chair. So that's what we're doing, this nice supported seated crescent. And the great thing about using the support is we get to, because we are supported, we can work on our back bend a little bit, if that's available to you, if that's something that you're wanting to work on. You don't have to. We've got that nice strong leg in front of us, Nice strong leg behind us. Back heel stays lifted. Toes are pressed into the floor. We're lifting up through our arms, lifting up through that torso, through that rib cage, reaching up through that. And if you're working on your little bit of back bend, you can be doing that too. And breathing, remembering to breathe it here. Let's go ahead and take that right hand, drop that to the right side of the seat, and let's reach this over. Ooh, and feel that wonderful stretch all the way up from those fingers, all the way down through that torso, through that hip flexor, reaching that over. Good. And then let's take our arms and kind of windmill them to our hips so that we can get a nice little twist here. And you can be looking at your calf. You can be looking straight back behind you. You can be looking even up to the ceiling. It's very interesting. I know that once we get to the other side, my head on this side, I can even look up at the ceiling for the neck mobility. But on the other side, it's interesting to recognize. I know that I don't have as much mobility on that other side. So it's just interesting. I think maybe it's the way that I sleep that tightens up my muscles. Good. Breathing it here. Let's bring this back to center and let's take that right leg and let's give that right leg, the whole right leg seat. Let's take our left leg off to the side and let's reach up through our arms center. So lengthening up right here, reaching up through that. And breathing. Let's go ahead and take that right hand, drop that down again to the right side of the seat and reach this over, and now more of a lateral stretch. And that other stretch on the side, maybe you felt it in the front. This one, maybe you feel it more on the side, maybe even in the back a little bit. Just lengthening here. Enjoying this nice long side stretch. Let's windmill this arm down to the back of the thigh or the side of the thigh. And let's reach this over. Feel that. Yeah. Very nice. And breathe. I'm trying to think. Did I do some different? I didn't do different abs yesterday. I did different abs on Sunday. That's what it was. I was like, I didn't do anything different yesterday. It was Sunday that I did a little something different. Ah, interesting. Good. Let's take it into pigeon. So let's go ahead and turn ourselves. Just like with that crescent, back heel stays lifted. Let's lengthen up here. Get that nice support. I love using the chair for this pose because it lifts that leg up and you can get even deeper stretch in that glute and in that hip flexor for this wonderful deep pigeon here. And let's add a forward fold. So your forward fold can either be on your hands, be on your elbows. It can be forward or it can be folded all the way. I like using a block here because it's a little too much for me to go all the way to the floor. So I like to use that block for support. So breathing this here. And remember to keep that back leg active. So not letting it go to sleep, not letting that knee just bend. Keep that back leg active. Good, let's reach back up through this. Lengthen up through those arms. Ooh, lengthen through that back. Very nice. Release that. All right, let's move into our warriors. Let's do some warrior cycles. So let's go ahead and take ourselves into our proud warrior legs, our warrior 2 legs. So that means that front knee is bent nice 90-degree, back leg is straight. Let's take those arms out and we'll find ourselves in our supported warrior 2. So our supported proud warrior. Everything is strong here, strong legs, strong arms, strong torso, strong neck, but face, jaw, eyes, relaxed. Relax that forehead. Let's go into reverse warrior. Let's drop that back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Reach up through that as well. Woo-wee. Reach up through that peaceful warrior and breathe. And then from this, let's take this into side angle. So taking that arm to our thigh, let's reach that other arm over. A nice side angle pose. And breathe this. So that arm gently resting right on the temple, that bicep just gently resting. Right there. Breathe. Back into that proud warrior. And then release that. Good. So let's take ourselves center and then let's go ahead and take ourselves over to the other side. So left leg is going to go to the right side of the chair. Right leg is going to come behind us so that we get ourselves into a crescent on this side. Oh, that feels good. Let's reach up through this. Find that supported crescent on the right side. Reach, 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 reach up through those arms, through those fingers. And breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and take that hand, dropping that down, reaching that over. And then let's windmill arms or bring those arms right to the hips. And you can twist that. You can look back at that leg, back behind you or up. And like I said, I know it is. It's actually a neck muscle. I think it was the way that I slept. Oh. Breathing it here. Good. And bring this back to center. Let's go ahead and take that left leg and give that left leg the seat of the chair. Let's take our right leg off to the side. Find ourselves centered here. We've got this nice reaching opening right here. Good. Let's take that left hand again and drop that left hand to the seat of the chair again and reach. And now we get more of that lateral stretch. Yeah. And at least I do. I feel this one more on the side and in my back. So that's very good. It's good to get the different stretches and breathe. And let's go ahead and windmill that arm, right arm to that right thigh. Reach that left arm over and breathe. And then release that. Let's go ahead and turn this. Press that back heel into the floor, lengthen through that leg, reach up through the arms. Good, and then let's take this into the forward fold. So whatever that looks like for you, but remembering to do the same thing that you did on the other side, you're gonna do it on this side. So if you were on your hands on the other side, go ahead and do that. If you were on your elbows on the other side, go ahead and do that. If you were folded all the way forward, go for that. So we're trying to bring ourselves into balance, making sure that we're not harming ourselves. We want to prevent injury. And you think, oh, well, I have one side that's better than the other. Why don't I just work on that strength? Because then that other side, even though that side might get stronger, your other side still has that weakness. And if something were to happen, say you were to fall, like fall off the sidewalk or like trip over something or anything can happen. But say you were to fall into that one side, you might have a lot more damage done because of the weakness. And then, yeah, imbalances can cause impingements, aches and pains. So we want to make sure that we're strong on both sides of the body. And let's go ahead and press ourselves up, lift our arms back up, reach up through that. And then release that. Good. Let's take that leg off to the side and find our warriors. We'll do our warriors on this side. So lengthen out through those arms, strong legs, strong torso, strong neck. Face is relaxed, jaw is relaxed, eyes are relaxed. Relax that forehead. Good, nice. Proud warrior. Let's go into peaceful warrior. So let's go ahead and drop that back arm. Take our palm up. Peaceful warrior. Reach through that. Good, let's take ourselves into side angle. So taking that arm to thigh, reach that other arm over. Bicep, nice and close to the ear or temple. Yeah, mine is closer to the temple than the ear. Very good, and let's go ahead and bring ourselves back up, proud warrior. And then release that. Let's keep those legs nice and wide. Let's do a wide-legged spinal twist. Let's take those blocks to the inside of our feet. If you're using blocks, you don't have to. You can have your hand on floor or shins. I'm going to take our right hand to that right block or floor or shin, and let's open this up. So, ooh, that feels good. Wide-legged spinal twist, opening, hip opener, shoulder opener. We do a lot of openers because in our normal lives, there are a lot of closed. We do a lot of closed things, a lot of things where we aren't open. So that's why it's really good to do these poses and to hold them. And let's go ahead and inhale, lift this up, and let's take it to the other side. So left hand down and open. Good. Inhale and lift this up. And then release our arms. Very nice. Let's bring those legs together. Scoot ourselves forward. You can have your blocks close to you because we're going to do a seated forward fold. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Nice seated forward fold. Our feet are planting on the floor. With our hands planted on our blocks or on the floor, depending on your flexibility. We're going to lift our glutes up off the chair and go into our standing forward fold. So let's go ahead and lift those glutes up and find ourselves in our standing forward fold. Yeah, allowing those arms or those legs just to stretch. You can move your hands away from blocks and allow those arms to dangle. So maybe you're getting a rag doll right here. Arms can dangle. Legs are rooting into the floor. Stretching through the backs of those legs, stretching through the calves, through the hamstrings, up through the glutes. Spine is stretching as your arms are folded, falling towards the floor. So we're folded in half here. I'm going to grab those blocks again. Let's inhale a nice flat back tabletop. And then exhale, release. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift those glutes up off the chair, standing forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Take a seat. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Press our feet into the floor. Lift our glutes up off of the chair. Inhale, nice flat back, tabletop. Exhale and release. Take a seat. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Press our feet into the floor. Lift our glutes up off the chair. Standing forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Let's keep ourselves here. So we're going to stay in this standing position. Our legs are going to stay nice and long. Let's go ahead and inhale, flatten that back again. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up nice and big, and then we're going to cactus our arms back. So imagining that we can get our shoulder blades to touch. Ooh, nice cactus. Let's inhale and lift this. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale. And cactus that. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. And exhale, cactus those arms back. Good. Inhale and lift this. And then release our arms down to our sides. Very nice. Let's go and move our chair over because we're going to take ourselves down onto our backs. And we're going to go into our modified shoulder stand. Or you can also be scooting against the wall if you want your legs to be supported. So you can have your legs up against the wall. Otherwise, we want to use a block or stiff pillows or a stack of books with a blanket. And then grab whatever you need for final relaxation. If you use an eye pillow, regular pillow, blankets. Let's take ourselves all the way down onto the floor. Scoot ourselves nice and close to the chair. Let's take our legs up onto the chair. Scooting that forward. Very nice. Once you've got yourself legs up on the chair, back on the floor, let's grab that block or stack of books or stiff pillows, whatever you need. And we're going to place that right underneath our sacrum. So for support. So we've got that supported, and then we're going to go right into that nice supported shoulder stand. So lifting those legs up, lifting that up. And you could be pointing and flexing. You can allow your legs to come out if you want to work on more flexibility. Or you can have the legs go the other way, again, more flexibility. Or you can find stillness. So whatever feels best for you in this inversion. With our legs above our heart. Very good for that circulation. It's going to be a good stress reliever as well. And like I said, if this is not available to you, but you still want to have the benefits or you still want to have those legs above your heart, above your head, then scoot yourself up against the wall and bring those legs up against the wall. And you can have the legs supported. But breathing. If those legs get tired or start to shake, get the shaky shakes, that's very normal. Because how many times a day do you have your legs up in the air? So that's why it's very, very good to do this. That's why it's nice when we take these few minutes to get our legs up, it's a full inversion pose, get that circulation going a little bit differently, blood circulation going a little bit differently, and breathe. And let's go ahead and release one leg, release the other leg. Let that relax here for a moment. Let's take our right ankle, place it on our left thigh. Go ahead and press that inner thigh away. Feels good. And then release that. Let's switch sides. Take that left ankle to that thigh and press that inner thigh away. Left inner thigh, press that away. And then release that as well. And release the leg. Good. Let's take that block out from underneath us. Drop our pelvis to the floor. You can scoot that chair away. And we're going to move into our final relaxation. So grabbing whatever you need for that. If you've got that eye pillow, you can grab that eye pillow and begin to put it over your eyes. If you've got a blanket or other pillows, whatever you need for that relaxation. Let's go ahead and lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room and reach through our fingers towards the other end of the room. And maybe with this lengthening here, you can lift that low back up off the floor. If that is not available, that is okay. But sometimes that low back can lift up. If you've got some mobility or flexibility stuff going on, And it can't lift, that is okay. We're reaching, adding an inch or two to your height here. Let's inhale it deeply. And with a deep exhale, allowing ourselves to sink, to settle, letting those feet just fall open off to the side, letting our arms fall open off to the side. Relax that face, that jaw, that forehead. If you've got that eye pillow, I love final relaxation with the eye pillow because the heaviness and the darkness, heaviness of that pillow, and then the darkness feels really good. And maybe you're able to do a little bit of a mental body scan, scanning through the feet, ankles, shins, knees, quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, pelvis, belly, rib cage, chest, arms, neck. Relax your jaw, relax your face, your eyes. Let your eyeballs fall back to the back of your skull. Relax that forehead, that scalp. Relax, release that entire body, sinking down into the floor. It's still relaxing. Let's bend those knees. Tuck that tailbone under. Maybe your low back can press into the floor a little bit. And let's drop those knees over to your most comfortable side and take yourself onto your side. And breathe. Let's begin to bring ourselves up into a seated pose that feels strong and supportive for you. And sitting ourselves up tall. Good, lengthening up through our spine. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Lift that head to center, take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply. And exhale. And one more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And thank you for joining me for the practice today. Have a wonderful rest of your day.